Looking ahead to the trading week beginning January 13th, we have to look at the start of earnings season and Treasury yields. Let's start with the latter. 30-year yield rose 14 basis points last week, 496. The 10-year, 476. That was up 16 basis points. 5-year up 16 basis points, 457. 2-year, 438, up 9 basis points. That's a pretty big rise in yields. That's going to push mortgage rates higher. It's also probably implying a little bit stronger of an economy than the Fed wanted to see at this point in their easing cycle. We also have some significant companies reporting earnings late in the week, like Taiwan Semiconductor, and big banks like JP Morgan, B of A, Citigroup, Wells Fargo, Morgan Stanley, and Goldman Sachs. This is the traditional start of the fourth quarter earnings releases, the new earnings season from last year. Stocks mid-month performance so far is not good, pointing to the strong January we need to have a positive January effect on the rest of the year. So we're going to keep an eye on that as well. Crude oil's price, another thing we need to be watching. Crude oil finished its third consecutive week higher and its fifth week higher in the last 8, breaking $77 a barrel on Friday. If the string of rallies continue, that could also become worrying for the economy and for the Fed, and its easy monetary policy stance could start to be reversed. Gold, silver, copper also all finished positive on the week. Earnings and data next week. We get 33 companies reporting earnings with over $1 billion in market cap. In addition to the one I mentioned above, we also get United Healthcare, Schlumberger, Fastenal. Fed speakers next week. We get New York Fed President John Williams, Richmond Fed President Thomas Barkin, and Minneapolis Fed President Neil Kashkari. That's so far. We also get the ECB meeting minutes from the last meeting and the Fed's Beige Book. In terms of scheduled data, Monday trade balance data out of China and U.S. inflation expectations from the New York Fed. Tuesday, German and EU economic sentiment data and US PPI data. Wednesday, UK and US CPI data, Eurozone industrial production and employment data in Australia. Thursday, we get German CPI, US retail sales, jobless claims, and the Philly Fed manufacturing index. That evening, we had a ton of economic data out of China, including GDP, industrial production, and employment data. And then Friday, UK retail sales, Eurozone CPI, and then housing starts and industrial production in the US.